In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Xyro Robot MT5 by MQL Tools SL, also known as Marzena Maria Smith and their team. So these guys are the kings of bot marketing. Like they must pump out so many of these things, and I really can't tell the difference between them because, well, sometimes I can, but frankly, the sales pages are almost exactly the same. And it usually uses fairly generic language. They have some which are meant to be more like on Bitcoin, they have some which are meant to be on GBP USD, and this one apparently is meant to trade gold, GBP, and Bitcoin. And oftentimes the actual sales pages are usually pretty generic. They always say that they offer great support, and I think they actually have a very big community, but they rarely ever post live results. They say go to our website for live results, but those are almost always like screenshots of something and not actually accurate. And frankly, I haven't heard too many amazing things about them, but they do have some ardent fans who just love their products. So let's dive into this one, see exactly how it differs from some of their previous ones, and if we can actually ascertain what the strategy is. So really the big issue here is I don't really see too many hints about what it actually does. So it says it trades GBP, gold, Bitcoin, great, it opens positions every day. It says that they have a lot of experience, makes sense. It's not using grid martingale, so every position has a take profit, stop loss, trailing stop, break even. So all sounds good, but how is it trading? That's kind of what I want to know. Is it a breakout? Is it mean reversion? How is it making its trading decisions? Is it a scalper? How long is the hold time? And for that, it's not really telling us that. It's saying frequently asked questions, uses advanced market analysis and adaptive trade management to deliver precise entries and controlled risk. And it's great, what does that actually mean? If you can't explain something as if you would to a 5-year-old, you probably are trying to conceal something. Trades with these different pairs. Does it trade automatically? Yes, obviously. What platforms does it trade on? Do I have support? So all super generic questions. So pretty much what we know is it's an expensive-ish, not really. It's a moderately priced bot, which is put out by a famous developer. We have very little information, but they seem to be selling a lot of them, and they're climbing to the top of the MQL5 marketplace just because people know these guys, and they've put out enough bots over the years so they have a sufficiently large following. So yeah, looks pretty mediocre in my opinion, but let's run a back test. Look at the amount of comments here, right? 500. You can tell that they're just a machine for absolutely gaming the MQL5 rankings. They're just constantly going to the top, because they just know this algo inside and out, i.e. they really know how to game the system to go to the top of the marketplace. But I ran it here on the M5 on GBP USD because apparently for Bitcoin you need to use some different settings, which makes sense. But what we're seeing is it just so it's being a little bit too perfect. Yes, it does take the occasional loss after a huge down day, but mostly I think it's just a trend following system with a very large stop loss, right? Because we're mostly shorting in a downtrend. Let's try and find longs. Yeah, so when we're in an uptrend, it seems to be buying. It looks to be very much trading essentially a trend following system. So direction mode, buy and sell. Some sort of range filter, fair, profit cap. You can use recovery if you want. Okay, so there is a recovery element here, and there's a few different filters. Let's look at the back test. Here I ran it with ultra low risk, so that's why just multiply everything by 10. Here we're seeing around a 2% return, or 2.7% return. No, it's probably 2.2. And then we're seeing a 0.15% drawdown. So we could 10x the risk here, and we probably see around a 20% return with a 1.5% drawdown. We could 100x the risk, and then it would be a 15% drawdown with a 220% return. So overall, the statistics look really good. But what matters more here is if we look at the actual equity curve, this looks a little bit too straight. There are some losses happening, so it's not a scam. This isn't History Reader, but there are certainly some red flags. So the short trades, the win rate here is 97%, and we're seeing that the risk reward, yes, it's inverted, but it's not too inverted. So, okay, I'm seeing some hints. Big stop, trend following with enormous stop loss. And then if it actually hits the stop loss, we're actually seeing this here. It only does so after a significant amount of distance. So yeah, this is just a huge stop loss bot. So it looks like there's actually a real strategy here. It's better than some of her previous ones because many of the other ones are just blatant scams. This looks like there is a real strategy actually. Oh, they're using pending orders too. Interesting. Okay. It's probably more of like a type of breakout system, honestly. Yeah. Those look like stop orders. Yep. Okay. This makes sense. Yeah. It's a breakout system with a huge stop loss. So it's a real system. Like, so not a scam. We have no idea if it works because there is no history or there's no live signal, but it makes sense that she's running this on Bitcoin, GBP, and gold. It's running a breakout system, and it's running a breakout system because she's using a huge stop loss. That's why we're seeing that really inverted risk reward. There's probably an element of over optimization going on in the back test. That would be my guess, just knowing this developer. But overall, it's not as bad as I thought it is. There's certainly something here. So guys, I still wouldn't buy it because there's just so many better systems out there, and I just would not trust the product that these guys put out. But it looks like there's actually a real system here. And frankly, this style of system can work really well. I love breakouts. I have many breakout style bots. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.